Morning, guys. Hopefully everybody had a nice weekend. Okay, so just an announcement real quick. As you guys are doing your assignments, I would strongly advise you not to wait until Sunday at 9 p.m. because if you need help when you email me, I'm in bed. So after about 9:30, I'm done for the night. So if you are going to do your assignments on Sunday, do them in the afternoon or morning. So if you do have questions, you can get a hold of me. Another good tip is to watch the recordings from our previous classes. If you have questions, a lot of the stuff you guys are sending me questions on, we've already talked about that in our class. And remember, our sessions are recorded. So please make sure you look at those. They're right here under the Getting Started modules. Can you guys all see my screen? Yeah. Okay. So this is our weekly class Zoom session that you can click on to join our class, but then our recordings are here. So that's going to pop you out to our YouTube channel, okay? And then all those are going to be posted here. And I try to do them by the date of our class, so they're easy to find. Any questions about that? Okay. All right, so this week is week 3, and this is our last week for Word. So we are wrapping up Word. So make sure that you, well, let's just talk about our week 2 assignments real quick, because I did extend the deadline for the group research paper, and I'm gonna guess that some of you still have questions on the resume, cover letter, and mail merge assignment. So if you do have those, let's talk about them. You can shout them out or type them in the chat window here. But is everybody doing okay getting a hold of their group mates with the research paper? All right, I'm gonna assume you guys are all set. If you haven't made contact with your group members yet, I strongly suggest you do that today. This is due. Okay, so, okay, Kyra and Alexis haven't heard from anybody. So, let's look at our groups. I need to contact my group. Okay. So you guys are having trouble getting a hold of your group mates? All right. How have you guys been communicating? Have you been using the inbox and Canvas? Guys, I don't want this to be a one-way street of communication, okay? So pop yourself off mute and let's talk about this, because you're down to a week now. And it's gonna take some time for you guys to collaborate and get everything pulled together.
For my group, we just all found each other on like social media and reached out through that.
Okay, that's a good way. Kyra?
So one person in my group, he was in another class. You put him in 2 classes. So basically he's not in my group, or he's not in our class.
Okay, was that Carter?
Yeah.
Okay,
And
yep.
then the other guy, Nolan, he never responded, but Maddie did. Madeline did.
All right, so again, this is how you guys can find who's in your group, all right? And then if you're not familiar with the inbox in Canvas, you can come over here and it's just like email. All right, so when you click up here to compose a new message, select which course it's for, okay? This is our 105. Oops, not that one. I guess it was one. Oh, yeah. Okay, and then when you hit the 2, hit the address book icon all the way to the right there. And you should see your student groups. And then select whatever group number you are, okay? So Kyra, what group number were you?
I was 6. I did that and I emailed them, so
Okay,
he
awesome.
just never responded.
So you should be able to find them in your address book in Outlook as well. So are you guys familiar with that? So when you do a new message, you can click on the 2 button and then might need to do like the global address list here, but then see how I found Kyra and I can add her to my email. So that's another good way. This is like email within the Canvas learning system. Or you can, I'm sorry, this is email within Outlook. The other way I just showed you was in Canvas. So you have a couple different ways to communicate, and Jaden said that they contacted each other on social media too. So there's no lacks of ways to communicate with each other. So if you absolutely do not hear anything from anyone by tomorrow in your group, please send me an email and let me know. If we have to go to individual assignments, I will, and then whoever did not do the assignment will get a 0.
Is it fine if he never responds, it's just me and her just finish it?
I would like you guys to try a minimum of 3 times to communicate with each other. And as long as you do that, then you need to move on because you need to get started, okay? So
Yeah,
make sure.
we already got started, I'm just saying.
Okay, that's fine. Just make sure that if he joins in, that there's still something for him to do, okay?
Okay.
I don't want, the 2 of you to do all the work with nothing left for him to do. All right. So reach out to your teammates. If you do it 3 times and you can't get a hold of them or they're not responding, please let me know. So send me an email if you don't get any responses. All right. So that was my spiel on the group research paper. Cover letter, resume, mail merge. I was getting questions last night. So what do you guys have for me there? Did everybody get it turned in on time? All right. Now's your chance. All right, we're moving on. Okay, so that was week 2 in a nutshell. Week 3, so this week, not too much work, okay? So you can really put some effort into your research paper. The geometrics is gonna take you some time. Okay, let's pause for a second. Daniel had a question on the cover letter merge field title. Okay, so the title is the header. So title is like Mr., Mrs., Ms., Doctor, Professor, you know, attorney, things like that. Okay, so back to week 3, geometrics. So this week we have our practice exam 1 and practice exam 2. So I think maybe 1 or 2 of you maybe did this in week 1. So if you already did it and did well on it, you don't have to do it again. Just screenshot your results on that and then upload them into the Canvas shell. Is
So we were
everybody,
only supposed to do the practice?
what was that?
We were only supposed to do the practice? Or were we supposed to do the test too?
So when you get into geometrics, you're going to see and you get into the word module, you're going to
Yeah.
see practice exam 1 and
Mhm.
practice exam 2. And then when you hover over that, you're going to see the testing and the training buttons.
Yeah.
You have to do both of those.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yep.
So we're doing training and testing for every single geometrics assignment. That shouldn't even be crossing your mind anymore, okay? Automatic. Each assignment for geometrics, training first, testing second. Is everybody doing okay? I think there's still a couple of you that haven't uploaded your vouchers. If you're waiting on your access code, please make sure, double check your gradebook and make sure you submitted that, because you really need to get started. Those modules, I think you know by now, it takes some time. And especially if you don't hit that 70% or above the first time, you're going to want to redo it and, you know, make sure you get the full credit. Is anybody still struggling with geometrics or running into questions that you can't seem to get right even after you're doing the help? Okay. Then I will assume by lack of responses that you guys are going on geometrics. All right, week 3. And then, so we have our 2 practice tests, and then we have our word wrap-up discussion. So this is pretty simple, okay? It's just kind of summarizing what you learned in the mail merge assignment from last week, okay? So basically just tell me step by step how you did your mail merge, you know, the things that you have to do if it's creating a table, you know, make sure you're including the headers, you're saving that, and then you're pulling it in through the other, through the cover letter, okay? So, you know, if I'm kind of giving you guys the gist of this assignment here, so take some notes. So if you want to send out a letter to 30 contacts, you're going to create your cover letter, you're going to create your mail merge table, you're going to have how many rows, how many columns, and then you're going to pull that in through your cover letter. Manuel, did you have a question?
No, I just joined. My fault.
Okay. All right, so make sure you go back and listen to the beginning of the session, okay? It should be up by noon.
Will do.
All right, and then once you describe the detail in your discussion post, go ahead and reply to 2 other students. You know, maybe they're doing things differently than you that you can learn from them a little bit easier way, or you didn't think about doing something like that. So just make sure you reply to your two other peers, okay? All right, and then since we are coming to a close on our word portion of the course, we have our Certiport exam coming up. So right now, I think we have some dates set for, I think it's around the 29th and 30th of this month. So it's still a couple weeks away. We're still confirming dates and times, but when I know those, I will put those in here. So make sure you come back to this. If you are interested in taking the actual Certiport exam, please email me. The sooner the better, because Each testing session is limited to 50 students, and there's 9 sections of the ISIS 105 course. So we're kind of combining all of our students since it's optional, and those that want to take it, we're setting up like group exam sessions. So everything is online. You'll get a link like 5 minutes, 15, half an hour before your testing time, and you just click on that link and then it pops you into the testing environment. It's kind of like a virtual machine. So you're actually taking the exam on someone else's computer at Pearson VUE. So if you are interested, please let me know. Again, this is optional, but remember it's also worth 50 extra credit points, and it's something that you can put on your resume to help build your skill set. Okay, so we talked about this week's assignments. Wednesday, so upcoming Wednesday, I will be in the lab for our class, so Business 104. If you want to come in and work on your geometrics, or if you need some help with the assignments, you can drop in. Remember, seating is limited to 24 seats. So it's going to be first come, first serve, and our TA for all of our sections will actually be there from 10 a.m. to noon as well. So if you need to stay after a little bit, as long as nobody else is coming in for the 10 o'clock and 11 o'clock sessions, you can stay and continue working on your geometrics or your assignments, whatever you need to do. I'm just curious, is anybody interested in coming in Wednesday? We are still going to have our session on Zoom. It's basically just going to be kind of a Q&A because we've already covered the work and it's a little bit light. So it might be a good time to meet with your peers to work on your group project if you wanted to. Obviously, we're limited at our capacity of 24, so the library might be a good place for that as well if you wanted to do that instead of the geometrics. So it looks like we have one person interested. Is anybody else interested? I still have not heard anything on a Mac client for geometrics, so this would be a good time if you're a Mac user to come in and get some of your geometrics work done.
What room did you say it was?
It's Business 104.
Thank
So
you.
it's the big lab in the corner on the first floor.
And then what time?
I will be there from 9 to 10, so our regular class time. And then our TA for all of the 105 sections will be there from 10 a.m. to noon. So you can be in there during our class time, and if nobody else is coming in for the next 2 courses, you can stay.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so it sounds like a few of you are interested. Why don't I put up a discussion thread, and if you guys want to come in, please respond to that. So that will be kind of our sign up sheet. Or you know what, I'll do it in an announcement, and then I believe you can reply to announcements. So you should get an email on it as well. I don't think you'll get an email if I do it in a discussion thread. Okay, so I will put that up shortly. And then just respond to that so we can kind of gauge how many people will be in the lab at any given time. Okay, and then if you want to work ahead, weeks 4 and 5 are out there as well. So you are welcome to do that now. I have not published week 6 and on yet, so I need to just go through the assignments and make sure the instructions match up with the rubrics and everything. There were a couple discrepancies early on, so I want to make sure those are correct for you guys. So next week we are getting into PowerPoint. So if you still have outstanding assignments with Word, try and get those in this week so we can move on and you don't have to look back at any Word stuff. Was there a question? Don't be shy. If you have a question, your classmates probably do too. Ooh, Alexis, I like the picture of your dog. All right then. That's all I really had for you guys today. This week's a little bit lighter, so you can get your research paper done. Okay, tech support in the UC is in, typically it is in UCB 108, but we are doing mock-up support in 116. So it's directly across the hallway. So it's just kind of kitty corner from Starbucks when you walk into the University Center on the lower level. All right, so I'm gonna post that announcement, and then if you guys wanna reply, if you're interested in coming in Wednesday, just so we can make sure we don't go over our 24 seat limit, that would be great. I'm gonna hang out, so if you have any more questions, type them in or shout them out, and I will get this announcement up here in a minute. Otherwise, you are all set to go. Make sure you're reaching out to your peers about your group research paper, okay? 3 strikes and you're out. Send me an email and let me know. Have a good week, guys.
You too.
Thank you.
I have a quick question.
Okay.
For the mail merge assignment that we have for this week,
Uh-huh.
do we also need 9 columns? Do we need it, or do we need any more than that?
I think the assignment was at least 9 columns and at least 5 companies.
Yeah.
So I gave you the minimum 9 in the instructions.
Yeah, no, but look, the one that says like the 30, we have to do for 30.
That's the discussion board for this week.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Okay, so basically the discussion board is just kind of recapping how you did the mail merge. So
Uh-huh.
in detail, explain to me, walk me through how you did your mail merge assignment.
Oh, okay. Yep, thank you.
Okay, and then make sure you respond to 2 of your classmates.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
You're welcome. Safa, are you still there? He made it drop off.
I also had a question.
Okay,
So like I had made time to do the geometrics assignments for week 2.
okay.
I planned on doing it earlier yesterday, but there was something urgent I had to go take care of. If I get that turned in today, is it just the 10% reduction?
Yep, so you can, I'm being pretty lenient on these first few weeks, okay, especially with the Mac users that don't have access to a Windows computer right now. Now, you can still go to the library and use a computer, but that's why we're also opening up the Business 104 lab. I will be lenient for probably until next week on submissions. After that, I'm gonna start docking the 10%.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
get it
I'm
in
sorry
sooner the
about that. I
better.
meant to get that in earlier, but
Yep,
I'll get that in today.
okay,
All right. Thank you.
you're welcome. Nolan, Gabriel, do you guys have any questions?
No, I was just listening to see if anybody else threw anything out there.
Okay. Were you able to get with your group mates for the research paper?
Yeah, I just emailed her.
Okay,
I
awesome.
don't know why I never got a notification on the inbox, but I saw her email there. Sent
Okay.
on the 9th.
Gabriel, are you all set? All right, I'm going to sign off.